I was a top 20 percenter until I was 30. Nobody can get in my way. Didn't matter if I worked for a good boss, a good leader, a bad leader. Didn't matter if I worked for a good company or a bad company. I figured it out. And I just kept internally going and going and going until I was rocked when I was 30. Working for somebody where I was no longer influenced, inspired. Working for a company that I wasn't influenced by, aligned to, or inspired. And for the first time, it caught up to me. And I started making simple mistakes, started not performing as much as I thought I was putting forth the effort, as much as my sales results were where they needed to be. Making silly mistakes like hitting forward and I think sending out the payroll, people's payroll information to everybody in the company. Thank God we were able to retract that very quickly. But making silly mistakes is also where I learned to never forward. So I never forward emails ever. That's the danger. So live and learn, right? But point being is I turned into a middle 70 percenter when I was 30 and quickly throttled back into that 20% gear for another 8 years and then got rocked again. Ended up working for somebody that I wasn't inspired by, influenced by, and aligned to, and just couldn't seem to get my head out of my you-know-what. And although, again, I thought I was performing and was in some areas, I wasn't in others. And so I became a middle 70 percenter, and I recognized it. And it took me a little longer to get back into that 20%. It took me a couple years. Imposter syndrome kicked in a little bit more after that one. And then I throttled it right back into that 20. And I've been there ever since, and it feels good. But I also know the dangers of what it's going to look like and feel like if I slip again into that 70. So you need to know what to look for. So just remember, in order to keep yourself out of that middle 70 category, you have to make sure that you are not allowing anybody else to influence your efforts and your execution. Let's get up and go together.